All right, we're back July 9th, Thursday in the market, the stock market. Let's start off with the SPY. Market really went down here, minus 361. S&P minus 17, NASDAQ plus 65. Small caps minus 26. The VIX was plus 118, 29, 26. Commodities, gold, 1808, down 12, 19, 027 silver. Crude oil was down 39.54, down 3.33%. And so the COVID news, I mean, the cases continue to skyrocket, so that's not good news. The SPY right here has that high, lower high, lower high. It hammered out, though. It came back. See, it touched that 13 EMA. So we're range bound here, 300 to 323, and then, you know, in between. So we're very high up stochastics, which isn't good. Once you're high, you go low. So it depends how low. So we'll see what happens here. Fiscal stimulus they're talking about, another package. Nothing's been done yet, so we will see what's going on there. And right now, since we bounced off this, what are we looking for tomorrow? We'll see. We had a bad down day. It's tough to say here. The 310, if 310 will hold, you know, I think we can go back to 300, back to this range. If there's some sort of great news, you know, we'll break that 323. So we'll see there. NASDAQ continues high. It looks like a high cross. We'll see on that, but it finished up plus 65. It's in no man's land at this point. So the news would have to be so bad this will drop really hard, but nothing right now. Dow Jones. This is another one. You have the 61.8 retracement level, which is 25,251. You have an open gap here. It has to really get over this 26,326. Today was very bearish, so it crossed over. We'll see if this comes at retracement line right there. All right, some ETFs, SDAL. Right here, this really came out. This is crossing over bullish. We had the move before, about 27-ish. Came down. The low's getting higher though, so this might be really flat here. We'll see what happens here. This might try to break up again. This is a great long pre-market. Right over 23.25. This is the 5-minute. And it wasn't, see, a lot of small caps will be very volatile on the open. This wasn't really that volatile. And you have 23.25. So your stop would have been here. I don't think you want to go that low, maybe even 23, but I doubt. See, this is a big line here using a quarter line. Look at this. 3 candles down and bounced straight up. This was a great long all day. And that's why the bearish ETFs and the long ETFs right now so volatile, back and forth. Just depends on the market right now. You're getting a squeeze one way or another. A lot of times this will be long, and then like over here, drop later in the day. So that's how they're playing it right now. All right, SDAL, so that was good. TZA, the small caps. This is another one. So draw your line right here. Broke above 21.75. These run by quarters, like a clockwork. And so if it's here, broke out right here, where's your next line? You're not going to go to 22. It's too far away. You're going to go right here. This is a lower line. So 21.75 is the line you want to play. And then came up, little pullback, but this is nothing. You're looking for more than a quarter here. Where that was 20, it's actually 50 cents, but this is a small pullback. This is typical. And then you have the 13/20. There's no fear. Once you see these patterns on these breakouts, you'll recognize it. It's not going to dump here unless the market has some weird reversal. They're not going to do that right off the open. Like later in the day or it chops around, depends on the exact market. So All right, so that was very strong today. TZA, FAS, 1750, 1775. And this look is just very nice, all the way up to 1875. So this is over $1 gain, $1.25 gain. The other little stocks are SPXS, 720. See, this is like a 40-cent gain. You have to use bigger size if you want to make any profit on this. Same pattern though, very nice long. What else there? Socks. Socks wasn't as good. 475 to 5, so it didn't really move that much. LABD, 3 all the way up to 320, nothing there really. Dust. It's had over 2175 to 23, not bad. This is bearish miners, gold miners, so the whole market was really down. JDST, this is over 1425 to 15, small gain there, so it's not bad. SCL, this is bearish, crude oil. So this is your little move here. And there's your line right over 1710, this one all the way to 1790. That's not bad on SCO. UVXY, this is futures, short futures volatility index. They got rid of TVEX, remember that. So this is another one. Excuse me. Right here over 31.21 and pull back. Look where it pulled back. These are my lines. The green line is the today's open, and that's yesterday's close. Look at this, and hugged it. Look at these little hammer candles. You see, people get scared of these candles, like, oh, it's going through. Get scared of these candles. These are massive candles. See, the first 9:30 to almost 10:30, 11, that's your move. That's every day it's going to make these moves. You rarely see it go flat sideways. It's almost impossible. So this is over 31, 33.25. This is a great long. And volatility remains up. As long as this remains above like 30, 35, you're going to continue with these moves. That was a great long. ERY. This is energy bears with oil going down. This was up to, this was nice. Look at this, 54.50 all the way to 59. Put a move on this. And the daily looks pretty strong here. Look at this going up here. 1 million, hasn't this much volume in a while. So I usually don't play these, but oil's been pretty much steadily climbing for a long time. So this is looking very good at this point. On the other side, UDOW. UDOW didn't do much here. You had a huge drop of the market. Tried to bounce. You can play this bounce. You don't need much to make money. Remember that. So 61.50, 50 cents. Didn't do much though. SPXL 43.25. Sort of consolidated. Had to 44.50. Not bad. So you can play these both ways. That was bearish. You play play to the downside. You can go short or long. So it's best too when we get these days. Well, if it's one way or another, if it's long or short, if it's like steady all day, you have to get a 1 ETF. This was like back and forth, so you could have played both. Excuse me. TQQQ over 112 all the way to 116. This has been a monster. You can play this all the way to the long side almost every day, but it's getting so far away from the 13 EMA now. It's got to watch. See, it'll do this once in a while. See them candles? It'll just come back pretty hard. But it's been a strong long for a long time. TNA 24.50, 25.50. The $1 gain, it's not bad. FAS 29.50 all the way to 30.25. Not a bad gain. Not a greatest gain, but you can play all these each day. So on this short side, I like FAS, TZA, and SDOW because they're the main runners. The other one won't. The other ETFs won't give you that many big moves necessarily. I mean, ERY did, is oil, UVXY, the volatility index. And on the long side, like all these, SPXL, you can play a lot of them. Break down the list, they pretty much all move. Pre-market, the biggest ones move are UDOW, TQQQ, TNA. So there's FAS, Soxel. This was actually a nice long here. Right over 200 to 214. And this is a semi, so the semis were definitely up here. And they're continuing long. So in this bearish market, bearish market today at least, bearish down day, I should say, that actually moved. LABU over 64, 67, that's not bad. I usually don't play these though. Nougat, 85 all the way 87 to $2 gain. JNUG, 125, that's a $4 gain. So a lot of these are in back and forth today, not bad either way. So UCO, this is bullish oil. This didn't give you much here. What was it? Oil. I never look at these. That's not much. BNO. I don't really play it yet. You don't get much movement on these. ERX. That was a complete short. DFIN. Let's go to some ETFs. This has really been crushed. I know I've been saying this is going to 17, 19. That's what the algo said. So you know, with the algos, I mean, you have to go with it because they're saying it's so oversold, it's going to bounce, but it doesn't look good right now. It's still in a downtrend at this point, so it's looking pretty bad here. And you see a curve under. It might even double bottom here. I would say if 10 doesn't hold here, this trend line, you know, we're going maybe test that May low here. So it doesn't look good. DIN. This is another one that keeps saying that a long side on the algos because it keeps getting oversold. You can only stay oversold for some point for so long. If we get any news, this will break up to like 40, you know, right through here. Excuse me. Nail had the big day yesterday. Thought it was going to keep going, and with the market, there it goes. This is why this market's so tough to play. It's all trading. It's hard to swing trade right now. It's very up and down. There's no direction. We're going back and forth each day. So that is on that. So they're the main ETFs there. Let's look at today's gainers. All right, BGI. This is a choppy chart. I don't want to trade this. As soon as this pops up this much pre-market, this gap here, this moved already that far. So the only move here was if you're playing this and you see this start going right at the open, and it's a really fast trade. I don't like to trade these like momentum just completely that fast. I want a pattern more, so that wasn't really a good, excuse me, good move at that point. It came a good short. Now this is a better momentum play. This is BGFV. This was over 225. Look at this on a 3-minute. 250 kept going. And this opened up, what was this, 8 o'clock. So all these low float movers are moving pre-market. So they're moving fast. You got to be up early to catch these action because they're fading. So right here, 225. Look at this. You're just playing these quarter lines. That's all you got to do. And your stop, you know, quarter. Well, however you want to play it, however you're playing it. But I'm using a quarter. So this was a nice long here. What's the news on this? Analyst updating price target. Big Five sees robust turnaround. Consumer gainers. Soars. So yeah, actually had good news. AFH. A little more choppy here. Penny stock. Tried to test near 1. CTK. Here's another one. AIHS. This is from yesterday. This is a complete. It's too fast of a candle here. Look at this. It's just like 2 candles. Nope. No thanks. I don't want to trade that. ALT. This was from yesterday. Over 18. Got as high as 22. Then bounce back to look at the support again. 1320 EMA. That's why they're so important. They're the most important, I think, EMAs day trading. If you use the 9, I said 9, 13, and 20. So that was a nice trade. DSS. DSS. This was real early pre-market. This is 6:50 a.m. I trade with E-Trade, so they open at 7. I'm not trading before 7. Most of the time, it's going to be about 8. If it's such a good move at 7, you try to get in, like, then it starts to rocket it up. Pure momentum, then fade. These aren't patterns. These are pure momentum plays. Theory, Gus, Ogen. Excuse me, I'm so dry. I was out, and it's like 92 degrees out. It's crazy. OCFT, One Connect Financial. This is actually a great long. This is like a $3 long play here. And the chart's been up on the daily chart. CLSK, 375, almost 475. KLR, PLPN, GRTS. These are nice long plays here. The gainers list wasn't that strong today. You had like 80%, 62, 48. Acer, CDLX. This is a former mover we could see here. And it's a nice long chart here. You had the first move up, consolidation, and then took off. Hibs, this is daily S&P high beta bears. I'm not sure what high beta means. The high mover stocks, maybe. This was a nice rip long. Wafu is moving right now. It's up here, so this will be interesting tomorrow. ALDX, Slicer, Sogo, Graph. Looking down the list here, they're the main gainers. You had Space. I said this weeks ago, maybe a month ago, this was going to 20. I saw right here, all these moves, like it's going to 20. Finally, it looks like it's going towards that. Took forever. Nice trade intraday here. What else we got down the list here? There's the RY. So that's pretty much for the gainers. Let's play some decent gainers again. Again, the pre-market low float, they're moving. UVXY, volatility index, bearish, and bearish ETFs and long ETFs. So let's take a look at some the consumer cyclicals. There's Norwegian. This is a crushed short today. See, we're getting back and forth. Look at this play. Green, oh, it's going to start going up. Red, green, then red, and another green. It's very choppy. You're not getting any action day to day here. So this holds here. This can come through. You still have this is the ultimate trend line here, and then your wick trend line. So we're just buried down here in these cyclicals right now. Tuck. Right here, massive red candle after this day. So getting no follow through. Restaurants, then this is still in a falling wedge. It's going down. Look at the stochastics. It's still going down. Then we have Ruth Chris Steakhouse. This is going down. So what other hospitality? GRI Gardens. This is like tried to come up, now it's fading again. It's very, you can't get no action on these. Casinos win. This is another one, had a nice breakout. Then there it goes, going back down. I'm going to test this probably, see what happens here. Either going to drop, the market is going to probably drop then. So that's not looking good. Las Vegas Sands. This one up. Now we're like trying that double bottom again. We'll see. Airlines, JetBlue. See, there it is. A falling wedge. It broke out. But now it's forming a reverse U. This is a weird pattern. Usually it'll come up and start coming up. This is going like this, which would lead me to believe it's going down here, that trend line. So that means the market is really going to fall hard, I believe. I mean, here's your last support here. Then we're just going into back to this ultimate trend line. So that's not looking good. ALK, this is fading. It's not looking good. Southwest, that's going down. So these are not looking good either. And what's the other cyclicals? So we had casinos, restaurants, airlines, via REITs. There's MFA, that's fading. These are not looking good either. You're getting no movement in these all. IVR, no good. So you're not getting movement on them. Doesn't look good at this point. So it's still the small caps. You're getting movement on them. You're getting movement on, like, my top gainers list. The whole list is like tons of stocks, like penny stocks, $1, you know, up to $10. So they're leading the way again. So we're going back and forth each day. The market, one day's good, one day's bad. We're in a chop session. Can't get any swings going. The market doesn't have a direction. And the SPYs is chopping around. Once we had here, you know, we bounced. We're going to go higher. Nope. We're just going like this, back and forth between 323 and, you know, as low as 296. And we're up here high, so this could come back again. This comes back, formed a little bit of higher low. Maybe we come back to like here, 305. So it's going to be news determined. The stimulus package, if that works, if they agree on that. The cases, coronavirus, are out of control. They're just rising everywhere. So states might have to lock down again. So it's just a mess right now. And swing trading has been very hard. All these stocks are not working to swing long. So the day trading environment, you're getting great moves each day from the bearish ETFs, the long ETFs, UVXY, and, you know, the small caps trading pre-market, they're fading a lot. So that's how it is right now. Just play what the market is. So that is it for today. Please subscribe to the channel and like, and we are out for now. Peace.